Hello and welcome back to the Squirrel Heed YouTube channel, and welcome to the match preview for Everton versus Liverpool, the Merseyside derby, and one of the most important games for us in a season. No matter where we are in the table, where they are in the table, I'm not actually sure where they are in the table, I'll be honest with you, but regardless, it's an important game. Not just because of results, but because of the rivalry, because it's the derby, it's the Merseyside derby, and one that we need to be looking to definitely win. Now, we obviously, ourselves, in the last match, we got a win, and a very good win against Middlesbrough, who aren't any joke of a team at all. Their position in the table, you know, for the performances that they actually put on, they're just not getting the rub of the green with the way, like, their performances are very good. They're just not getting the results to reflect their performances. Everton, on the other hand, have been very, very, I would say, poor, apart from the Arsenal match. Mainly because they've got so much talent in there. They have so many good attacking players. They've got some good defensive players as well. But it's just not clicking for them all the time. Until they played Arsenal. And when they played Arsenal, they showed a fight that I didn't know that Everton had. And that has to be down to the impact of Ronald Koeman. Because he strikes me as a guy who, when things are going well, he's still going to kick some arse. But when things are going badly, and obviously in the last 6 games, he's had 3 losses and 2 draws, he would kick so much arse that you'd be terrified of the guy. He's one of those guys, one of those managers that I can imagine a lot of players would actually be quite scared of. I don't know if that's actually true. He just has that presence. Even when he's doing press conferences, he's someone that comes across as, you do not want to piss this guy off. Because he's a guy, even when he's happy, he's still wanting to kick some arse. When he's unhappy, I imagine he kicks arse as much as he can, up and down the training ground as much as he can. And it looked that way when they played Arsenal. Arsenal completely took their foot off the gas, thought that the game was going to be done, just thought they were going to breeze through it like they sometimes do in some of their games, and it was not happening. Everton came back and they fought so hard against a team in Arsenal who have such talent in every area: goalkeeper, defence, midfield and attacking. They have so many different options, and they took their foot off the gas and paid for it badly. And that is something that we can't afford to do as Liverpool. We've seen when we take our foot off the gas against Bournemouth. Now, and this is obviously, I am not slagging Bournemouth off in any way. They played very, very well. And I've said it when I did the preview for that game. They are more than capable of playing very good football. But we have to put in a performance like we did against Middlesbrough. Professional, clinical, and dynamic. That's what we have to do. Now, obviously, ahead of this game, Klopp has already revealed Mignolet is going to start in goal. And I do have to say, I agree with him. And I was wrong, because you can't really predict how players are going to come back into a team when they've been out of the team for a while. He'd been out of the team for a while, Mignolet. When he was in the team last, he didn't look very good. I think we still got a clean sheet that night. I think it was a cup game. But it didn't look very good. The defence looked a little bit shaky. And I'm not that confident in Mignolet. Really haven't been. Since he came in, that first season, I've not really been greatly confident in Mignolet, and I'm still not really. But the performance he put in against Middlesbrough, when he had 3 close shots and he saved them all, and he was a good presence in the box when crosses were coming in, he was dealing with them as best as he could, and he actually looked quite confident. In front of him, he took out Matip because Matip's injured. Matip is probably not going to start, and I think he may have even said that Klavan will probably retain his place alongside Lovren. And that's such a good idea, because Klavan came in, and it was in an article somewhere, he is an excellent deputy, someone to come in when your main centre-back is out. And I was saying it when we had Lucas in the team. Lucas, I like him as a player, and I like him as a Liverpool personality, but he's not that towering, that defensive monster that you want. And I'm not saying Klavan's a defensive monster, but he's got such a presence, and he's actually a central defender, which is vital to coming up against games like this, where you're going to have Romelu Lukaku, who's still going to be wanting to prove a point, still at the start of the season saying he needs to create more, but he's not working hard enough, in my opinion. He's not working hard enough. He's wanting it to be laid onto him, and that's not necessarily going to happen all the time. Even if you've got the likes of Deulofeu trying to create. Ross Barkley trying to create. He's created so many chances. I think there was something like he's had... there was a statistic, and it might be a little bit wrong. It's either corners or it's set pieces in general. Ross Barkley's taken 23. 11 of those were goal-scoring chances that actually were taken, or they actually made into goal-scoring chances. So there was 11 of them that were goal-scoring chances. Only one of them has gone in. Now, people are saying that Ross Barkley isn't a good player. His delivery is fine. It's the finishing on the end of it. And sometimes you find that Lukaku isn't working hard enough to get in and around the spaces in the defence that he needs to be. Now, obviously, they're going to be missing Yannick Bolasie as well. He seems like he's going to be out for a very long time. They're also going to be missing Jagielka through suspension. So that could also impact a little bit there as well. You've got Ashley Williams, who had a little bit of a shaky night against Arsenal, but came back and towered in a header. He's always going to be a little bit of a danger at the back or in a corner situation. And with our reputation at the moment taking a bit of a hammering, where our defence obviously hasn't been performing in the games against West Ham and Bournemouth, they're going to be looking to take advantage of that. I guarantee it. Absolutely guarantee it. The one thing that we have to take advantage of is the fact that their defence is very, very shaky themselves. They conceded 3 against Watford. They got a draw against Man United. They conceded 1 against Southampton. Got a draw against Swansea, who at the time haven't been playing very well. And they conceded 5 against Chelsea when Chelsea started their obliteration run and were just destroying everything left, right and centre in front of them. And they still are doing. Their game is just finished and they're now 9 points clear at the top of the table. So, look, it's going to be a difficult game. I don't doubt that. And I do think with the players that we will have available in this match, I think it's going to be very, very good for us. But we're going to have to work very hard for it. I think the form that Lallana, since he's come back into the team, he looks like the player that he was before he got injured the first time. And I think that's going to be vital. I think he's going to be like the player of the match for us, creatively. And he could even turn out to be first scorer. I'm actually predicting that Sadio Mane, if he's playing, will be the first scorer. I think that Sadio Mane has he's going to do very well in this game, I think. If he can get down the channels quite a lot, create, get them into the box. And then you've got Origi, who scored 5 in 5, 4 starts. It's unreal. It's unreal, the options that we do have. Firmino looks a little bit off the boil lately, but he still works hard and he still contributes as much as he can. I'm happy with how the team can be set up if we set up a similar way like we did against Middlesbrough. And I don't imagine we'll change a great deal. I think we'll still have Milner at left back. You'll still have Klein at right back. You'll have Klavan and Lovren, and then you'll probably still have Henderson, maybe Emre Can or Wijnaldum, depends which one they want to go with, and then Lallana. The front three will pick itself. Obviously, with Coutinho out injured, then we'll have Firmino, Origi, and then Mane. I think that picks itself for us, and I think we have to be dynamic. We have to go for this. We're away from home. We have to go for this massively. Do like they did against Middlesbrough. They're going to have to keep going. Be clinical, dynamic, but be sensible and professional as well. And what I mean by that is being very clever at the back. Don't let them in. Don't let Lukaku get on those runs that he sometimes does. I'll be honest, Lukaku sometimes looks like a player that can't be arsed. And like he wants it done for him and he wants it laid on a plate for him. And he's good when that does happen, but if it's not happening, then Lukaku can look like an isolated player. If he does get in and around our defence, he's a clinical finisher most of the time. And I don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen. I don't think it will happen with Klavan in the team because he looks like someone who'll take someone out. He looks like someone who'd take a red card, which I'm not advocating for. I don't think that people should be wanting to get sent off. But I do think that he's that type of player that will take risks against someone like that type of striker and their forwards that they'll have coming at us as well. We have got to be very clinical. I think we can be very clinical. And I think we'll have the opportunity to as well. Goodison Park will not be easy at all. They create an atmosphere that can be quite uncomfortable for visitors, especially when you're Merseyside rivals. But I think that Liverpool have got this in them to get the 3 points and close the gap ever so slightly to Chelsea. I think we can do it. The one that's in my head right now is a 3-1 victory. And I don't know why that is. I think we've got the attacking talent forward, but I do think that Lukaku's going to get something from this game. I just feel it. I just feel like he's going to get something. but I think we'll be able to close them out and we'll get a 3-1 victory. I think Adam Lallana and Origi will be on the score sheet, as well as Sadio Mane. I think we'll get 3 goals from the 3 of them, and I think Lukaku will get his goal finally for Everton. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think. What do you think is the importance of this game? I think it's important for both teams. Liverpool, obviously, because we're sitting second right now. Arsenal haven't played yet. Chelsea have just played. They're now 9 points clear at the moment. We play on Monday. It's important for us to keep pace if we are wanting to even think about being involved in title talk. Everton, on the other hand, are wanting to build off. Look at that last 6. Apart from the Arsenal game, they lost 3 and drew 2, and they'll be wanting to pick up and hope that this is going to turn around their season. Now, what do you think, Everton fans? Where are your danger areas going to be, and how do you think you're going to break through the Liverpool team? Same thing for Liverpool fans. How do you think we're going to break down Everton? Do you think we're going to be able to do like what Watford have done, like what Chelsea have done, and like Southampton as well? Or are we going to have a much more difficult game, and could it be a bit like the Arsenal game? I bloody well hope not. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video. If you please, that'd be so helpful. And subscribe. If you're new around here, why not? There's going to be a lot of content, FIFA content, football content, and a lot more stuff coming in the new year. I guarantee I've got a lot of things planned that I want to get going, but we'll get onto that at a later date. So like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you later. Thanks very much for watching.